Welcome to English class online. This is level 2, lesson number 9, which starts on May 4th. This is part 2. Part 2, unit 7 review, and we're learning about measurements. You are probably watching this video between May 4th and May 17th. This video was filmed on April 30th. If part 1 was really long, I know I talk a lot. Sorry, I'm gonna talk some more. I'm gonna talk a lot. Let's go. All right, so let's continue our studying about distance. Sorry, the last video was like 8 minutes longer than it should have been. So I think it was like close to 28 minutes instead of 20 minutes. And I'm just going to keep talking. I'm going to keep talking. I like talking today. So distance. This is my house, mi casa. My house. Oh, uh-oh. And here's a, oh, that's nice. Okay. So here we have, let's say this is Walmart. And Walmart is 2 miles away. Walmart is 2 miles away from my house. Up next, we have Kroger. Kroger is 4 miles away. All right, so let's use the words. Okay, we're comparing two things. Let's use the words near or close. Near and close mean the same thing. And then we have far. Near. How do we say near when we compare two things? Near has one syllable, near. So we write near, and then we write ER at the end. Nearer, nearer? I think nearer is a word, okay. Close. Again, close has one syllable, close. So we say closer. Far. When we compare two things, we say, hold on, let me make sure I spelled this one right. Okay, yeah, I'm right, everything's okay. So, far is actually irregular. We say farther. Nearer, closer, and farther. So I'm going to use closer here. We have my house, we have Walmart, and we have Kroger. Which one is farther away from me? Well, Walmart is 2 miles away, and Kroger is 4 miles away. So Kroger is farther away. Kroger is farther away, or we can say away from my house. We can say Kroger is farther away, or we can say Kroger is farther from my house. Same thing. I'm going to use closer instead of nearer. These are all the same. So which one is closer? Walmart is closer because it's only 2 miles away. Walmart is closer to my house. Walmart is closer to my house. All right, and here, let's say 7 miles away, there's a Publix. So Walmart is 2 miles away, Kroger is 4 miles away, Publix is 7 miles away from my house. We're comparing 3 or more things. near. How do we change near when we're comparing three or more things? Near has one syllable, near. So we say the near, and then we write EST at the end. The nearest. Close. Close has one syllable, so we say the close. And then we add EST at the end. The closest. Far. Far is irregular. So we say the farthest. The farthest. So which store is the nearest? Which store is the nearest to my house? Walmart is the nearest, or the closest, same thing. Walmart is the nearest to my house. Which one is the farthest? Publix is the farthest from my house. Publix is 7 miles away. It's the farthest store from my house. Coming up next, we have temperature. Temperature. Let's start with the metric. The metric system uses Celsius, C. This circle here means degrees. It's talking about the number. Celsius, C. So, in Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius is when water freezes to ice. 37 degrees Celsius is normal body temperature. And 100 degrees Celsius is when water boils. In the US, we use Fahrenheit, degrees Fahrenheit. It's a completely different number. So, right now, the temperature outside is 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Degrees Fahrenheit, okay? But if I said it was 65 degrees Celsius, that's really, really, really hot if it's degrees Celsius, right? But 65 degrees Fahrenheit is actually 18 degrees Celsius. So here's some important numbers for degrees Fahrenheit. At 32 degrees Fahrenheit, water freezes to ice. At 0 degrees Celsius, or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. 98 degrees Fahrenheit is normal body temperature. 98 degrees Fahrenheit, or 37 degrees Celsius. 212 degrees Fahrenheit is when water boils. 100 degrees Celsius is when water boils. So what's the fastest way to switch between the two? Well, I'll show you. So if you have degrees Celsius and you want to change it to degrees Fahrenheit, what you do is so let's say 18 degrees Celsius. What you do is so this is the number we're changing. You multiply it by 2, you double it, and then you add 32. So 18 times 2 is 36, plus 32 gives you 68. So you can so let's make this 0 at 30. So we change this to 36 plus 30 gives you 66 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. It's close. So what you do is you take the Celsius number, you multiply it by 2, so you double it, and then you add 30. So if you have Fahrenheit and you want to change Fahrenheit to Celsius, what do? Well, now we want to change 65. We want to change 65. So first what we do is we subtract 30, and then we divide by 2. So 65 minus 30 gives us 35. And now we want to divide by 2. We want to take this number in half. So 35 divided by 2 is 17.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Degrees Celsius. 17.5 degrees Celsius. That's pretty close to 18 degrees, right? So from Celsius to Fahrenheit, you double the number and you add 30. From Fahrenheit to Celsius, you subtract 30 and you take that number by half. So that's how you switch between Celsius and Fahrenheit. So on your computer or on your phone, when you get the weather, it will always tell you if it's in Celsius or Fahrenheit. So right now I'm using Google. I'm using Google Weather. On Google Weather, the black letter, can you see the colors here? The black letter is the temperature. The black letter is the degree of the temperature here. So right now, the F is black. So we know it's 72 degrees Fahrenheit. The blue letter, if you ever see something blue on a computer, it means you can touch it. And if you touch it, it changes. So now the C is black. It's 22 degrees Celsius now. If we want to change it back to Fahrenheit, we touch the blue F. See? And if we change this, we also change all of the temperatures down here. So let's try it. Let's change the temperature to Celsius. So now all of these numbers are in Celsius degrees. So in the metric system, you probably already know these numbers because you've been using them in your country. But in the United States, we use Fahrenheit. We use these numbers. I know it's different. It's confusing. I know. But we use Fahrenheit. All right, so now let's compare temperatures. Let's say today is 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Tomorrow is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And then let's say, okay, today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, so Saturday is 42 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's compare two things. Let's only compare today and tomorrow. Let's not, don't look at Saturday for now. We're only comparing today and tomorrow. We have warm, we have hot, we have cool, and we have cold. Warm, hot, cool, cold. All of these words have one syllable. Warm, hot, cool, cold. That makes it easy. We just say warmer, hotter. Hotter has two T's. Hotter, cooler, and colder. So warmer and hotter are almost the same, and cooler and colder are almost the same. So let's just use hotter. Which day is hotter, today or tomorrow? Tomorrow is hotter. Tomorrow is hotter than today. Which day is colder? Today or tomorrow? Today is colder. Today is colder than tomorrow. Now, if we talk about the temperature, we talk about high and low temperature. So when we compare two things, we say lower, and when we compare two things for high, we say higher. So today, the temperature is lower than tomorrow. Today, the temperature is lower than tomorrow. And tomorrow, the temperature, I'm just going to write temp for short. The temperature is higher than today. Now let's compare three things. Three or more things. Warm becomes what? Warm becomes the warmest. Hot becomes the hottest. High, for temperature, high becomes the highest. Cool becomes the coolest. Cold is the coldest. And low becomes the lowest. So, today is 65 degrees, tomorrow is 72 degrees, and Saturday is 42 degrees. What day is the coldest? What day is the coldest? Saturday is the coldest. What day is the hottest? Tomorrow is the hottest. What day is the temperature the lowest? On Saturday, the temperature is the lowest. The temperature is the lowest on Saturday. On what day is the temperature the highest? The temperature is the highest tomorrow.